GCSE Maths. Make sure you have your book and a pen before we start. Today you are going to learn about simultaneous equations. Simultaneous linear equations. Simultaneous equations are two equations that have two unknowns, for instance x and y. The solution is one that works for both equations. There are two methods for solving simultaneous equations. The first method is the elimination method. This involves adding, or subtracting, one equation from the other to remove a variable. For example, here by subtracting the equations the y is removed and a new equation is formed. To get the y you must substitute the found x value back into the equation. Check by putting both values into one of the equations to check that it works with both numbers. The other method is to rearrange the equation so that you can set one as a variable of the other. This may require some rearranging or factorizing. Here the second equation can be used in place of the y in the first equation. Here once the brackets are expanded the equation can be solved to find x. X can now be used to find y. Once y is found it is important to substitute the values into the original equations to check that the figures work for both. If none of the variables have the same coefficient then the method starts with having to multiply one or both of the equations to make one of the coefficients match. The elimination method can then be used. First the equations must be multiplied to make one of the coefficients the same. Here equation 2 is multiplied by 3 to get 3y. By then adding the newly formed equations it is possible to eliminate the y. Then solve to find x. Once x is found it can be used to find y. With real-world simultaneous equations the first step is to write the equations. For example, Amir buys 3 sandwiches and 2 bags of crisps and he pays £6.85. Sandy buys 4 sandwiches and 4 bags of crisps. She pays £9.80. How much is 1 sandwich and how much is 1 bag of crisps? The first step is to write both equations and then multiply so that one of the coefficients are the same. Next eliminate one of the terms. Here c is eliminated by subtracting the equations. Solve and use the found value to find the remaining unknown. Make sure to check your answers.